Hey loves, welcome to Love Messages. If you're new here, welcome to the channel, and if you're already subscribed, welcome back. Tonight, I have a no-contact message from your person. I'll be using this deck to see how your person is currently feeling, how they're viewing you and your connection, and what important messages they might want to share with you at this time. So, let's go ahead and get into it and open our hearts to receive a clear, honest message directly from their heart space to yours. The first message coming through says, "This feeling won't go away. Divine Feminine, I can feel your energy strongly here. There's a masculine energy around you who seems to linger deeply in your spirit, someone you can't quite figure out. They confuse you in ways that make your heart and mind wrestle with thoughts you didn't ask for but can't seem to shake. You might even hate to admit how much space this person takes up in your head lately. You find yourself wondering why they make you feel so deeply, why they stay so present in your energy even when they're not around. This feels like someone you've been distant from for a while now. There's something about the ending between you two that never really made sense, something left unsaid, unclear, or misunderstood. Even though things may not have ended in the best way, your heart still feels open when you think about them, and that emotional openness feels both beautiful and unsettling at the same time. Part of you can't help but sense that this isn't over. There's a pull, an unspoken energy that suggests this connection could circle back around. The masculine energy you're connected to feels powerful, magnetic, even, and they seem to know how emotionally in tune you are. They're aware of how deeply you feel, how intuitive and receptive you can be, and in some ways, they use that awareness to keep the connection alive in the energetic realm. Not necessarily in a manipulative way, but they seem to know how to make you feel something even from afar. This person carries a natural charm. They know what to say and how to say it. When you're in their presence, it's like your energy just softens around them. You blush, you light up, and you feel their magnetism all over again. Yet, deep inside, you often question their intentions, and your intuition tells you that it's wise to do so. You sense that there's something deeper going on, something beyond surface-level attraction or emotion. As a divine feminine, you're spiritually aware enough to know that every connection enters your life for a purpose, whether it's to teach, heal, awaken, or expand you. You don't see connections as coincidences, and that's exactly what this person is triggering within you, the need to understand the higher purpose of what's happening. You keep asking yourself, why do I feel this way? Why do they keep coming back into my energy? Because deep down, you know that once you understand the spiritual meaning behind this connection, you'll finally be able to put them in their rightful place in your life and know how to approach them if your paths cross again. Even though there's distance between you, you can feel them. Their energy pulls at yours like invisible threads that refuse to break. It's as if they think of you right when you're trying to move on, or their name pops into your head for no reason at all. Spiritually, this connection feels very much alive. The next message that comes through is Root Chakra. This card reveals a lot about the foundation of your connection. The root chakra governs stability, security, and the sense of belonging. So, this message shows that your connection with this masculine energy is not just emotional or spiritual, it's deeply energetic and physical too. It explains why the feelings are so hard to let go of, why your body responds to their energy, and why even silence between you two feels loud. This person is highly attracted to you. But what's interesting is that you're not their usual type. This isn't about physical appearance, it's about energy. The vibration you carry is very different from what they're used to. From the moment they met you, something about you felt unfamiliar but magnetic. It unsettled them in ways they couldn't explain. Your energy, divine feminine, carries a natural grounding and light that awakens things within others, especially within this masculine. Your frequency touches them on a soul level, and that's why they can't easily categorize or move on from you. This connection doesn't fit into their old patterns or expectations. It's something new, something that calls them out of their comfort zone. Their attraction toward you is undeniable. It's not just desire, it's a deep energetic pull. It's intense enough that you can feel it even when you're not together. Sometimes, you might feel their energy suddenly around you, like a warmth or an emotional wave out of nowhere. That's their energy reaching out to you. Their body language and their eyes often give them away. When they look at you, there's a depth in their gaze that speaks volumes, even when their words don't. It's as if they're trying to say all the things they can't verbalize. The chemistry between you two, especially the physical and energetic chemistry, is incredibly strong. It's one of those connections that can't be ignored, no matter how much either of you tries. But this intensity also confuses your person. It makes them question why they feel so drawn to you and what this connection truly means. They're not used to feeling something so real, something that shakes the foundation of who they thought they were. They try to rationalize it, but their heart knows there's something more. This isn't just attraction, it's an awakening. They may have tried to walk away, to focus elsewhere, or to distract themselves, but the truth is, they can't. The feeling doesn't go away. The connection doesn't fade. And deep down, they're beginning to realize that what they share with you goes beyond ordinary attraction. You've touched their soul, and now they're left wondering what to do with the emotions that never seem to settle. You, on the other hand, might be trying to ground yourself. You're focusing on your own healing, your spiritual growth, your emotional balance. You want peace, not confusion. Yet, no matter how much you center yourself, their energy still finds you. And maybe that's because this connection still has unfinished lessons, something left to be understood, healed, or completed between you. The root chakra energy also suggests that your connection has the potential for real stability, but it's not there yet. It's as if Spirit is saying both of you are being called to work on your foundations, your sense of self, your security, your boundaries, before this connection can truly align in the physical world. So for now, Spirit wants you to stay grounded. Don't lose yourself in their energy. Acknowledge the connection, honor the emotions, but remember that your stability begins within you. The way this masculine feels toward you may be strong and magnetic, but your power lies in how you choose to respond to it. There's something divine unfolding beneath the surface here. The root of this connection may have been shaken, but it's also where the seeds of understanding and healing are being planted. This person may not fully comprehend why they're drawn to you yet, but they're beginning to awaken to the truth that what they feel is not just desire, it's a reflection of something their soul recognizes in you. Their higher self is stepping forward to explain why they react to you in the ways that they do. The person you're connected to carries a strong masculine energy, and this energy has been conditioned to form connections primarily at the root chakra level. Because of this, the foundation of your connection with them started in a very physical and primal way. It's not that this was intentional, it's simply the natural pattern they've followed in relationships, and it deeply influences the way they experience their bond with you. This explains why they often find themselves pulled toward you in ways that feel intense and difficult to manage. They've had to learn to suppress or control certain emotions when it comes to you, and that's because connections that begin at the root chakra tend to bring a mix of deep attraction and emotional confusion. They're often laced with heavy physical magnetism, this undeniable draw that's hard to explain, but they can also carry an undertone of fear. These fears can come from insecurity, vulnerability, or even the unknown aspects of spiritual growth that they aren't yet ready to face. From a spiritual perspective, this connection reflects exactly where your person's heart and mind were when they manifested this relationship. They entered it with a very grounded, 3D mindset, seeking stability, safety, or even comfort in the familiar. But something far beyond that was unfolding. The intense push and pull you've both felt isn't random, it's your energies trying to find harmony and balance with one another. Spiritually, it's as if your souls have been working behind the scenes, trying to align your frequencies so that this connection can evolve beyond the root level and move into something more heart-centered and divine. This masculine energy has likely been accustomed to attracting a certain kind of feminine energy, relationships that were often more surface level, passionate, and based on physical chemistry. But with you, something felt different from the very beginning. There's a strong contrast between your external presence and your internal essence. Yes, your person finds you incredibly physically attractive, but it's your inner energy, your emotional depth, your authenticity, and your light that has challenged them on a soul level. When they were in your presence, your energy stirred something deep within them that they couldn't quite put into words. It triggered both desire and discomfort because it called them to grow, to feel, and to face aspects of themselves they've long avoided. As the message continues to unfold, their higher self is revealing something important: I have to protect you. If you're resonating with this, it's because you've reached a stage in your connection where understanding how your person truly sees you has become deeply significant. You want clarity, you want to see yourself through their eyes. From their higher perspective, they feel a strong urge to protect you, not because they see you as fragile, but because they're aware of parts of themselves that you may not fully see. There are layers to their energy, parts they're still healing or trying to control, and they don't want to bring harm or chaos into your life because of their inner turmoil. Your energy comes through as confident, radiant, and self-aware, the kind of feminine energy that doesn't settle for half-truths or illusions. You like to know exactly what you're dealing with, and because of that, you've sent out a very clear vibration into the universe asking for truth and clarity. Spirit is responding to that intention. You're about to receive deep insight into how your person views you, and this truth won't just come in words, it will come through signs, synchronicities, and intuitive downloads. The universe is aligning circumstances to help you see everything clearly, especially the reasons behind your person's behavior and emotional reactions toward you. Your masculine's higher self wants you to know that their need to protect you isn't about control, it's about awareness. They understand that their energy can be intense, and they don't want to project their fears or unhealed wounds onto you. In their heart, they know that your connection deserves more than surface-level love. And that's why they're being guided to change the way they approach it. They recognize that you're not their usual type, not because of appearance or personality, but because you love from a higher level. You love from your heart and soul, not from the root, and that difference has been both beautiful and terrifying for them. What's being revealed here is that your person's concept of love has been shaped by their core beliefs about the feminine energy. They were used to creating bonds from the root chakra, relationships that revolved around desire, attraction, and physical comfort, rather than emotional vulnerability or spiritual depth. They didn't easily let people in. They kept things primal, instinctive, and somewhat detached from the heart. This pattern formed because of a blocked heart chakra, an energetic barrier that prevented love from flowing freely through them. With you, however, something profound shifted. The connection began to rise naturally, moving beyond the physical into the emotional and spiritual realms. For the first time, they began to feel in ways they hadn't before. You didn't just awaken their desire, you awakened their heart. And for someone who's spent most of their life keeping their emotions buried, that awakening can feel both exhilarating and terrifying. The more they tried to suppress it, the stronger it grew. Masculine emotions, when fully activated, are incredibly powerful. This is why they often guard their hearts so fiercely, because once they love with everything they have. When that love becomes intertwined with a feminine energy as open and compassionate as yours, it creates a soul bond that's nearly impossible to ignore or sever. Even when they try to rationalize it or distance themselves, their energy keeps returning to you, drawn back by a force that feels divine in nature. Their higher self is showing that this person is, in truth, falling in love with you, not in the usual way, but in a way that transforms them. They're learning that love isn't just one-dimensional. There are levels to it, different frequencies and depths, and they're realizing that what they felt before meeting you was only the surface. You've introduced them to the kind of love that expands beyond physical attraction and emotional comfort. It's a love that awakens the soul and heals the heart. This process hasn't been easy for them, and that's why their reactions can sometimes seem inconsistent or confusing. They're caught between two energies, the old way of connecting from the root and the new, higher vibration of love that flows from the heart and soul. Their human self may still resist it, but their higher self knows exactly what this connection means. It's a divine mirror, showing them what true union feels like, what unconditional love looks like, and how to grow beyond fear and control. Someone who operates from the heart space has a very different energy, and because of who you are, your energy naturally pulls this person into that space. They can't help but feel drawn toward you on a soul-deep level. It's through this connection that they're starting to realize the way they've been engaging with you has been all wrong. They feel like they've been protecting you from a side of themselves they don't want you to see, not because they don't trust you, but because facing that side means confronting parts of themselves they've long avoided. Yet the truth is, your energy aligns with theirs in order to help them heal that hidden part of their being. This connection exists to reveal, to transform, and to elevate both of you. That's also why this bond may have experienced multiple false starts or moments of separation. This masculine energy has incredibly deep feelings for you, but the way they approached you, or the energy they were operating from, made you question the true source of their love. You may have wondered whether it was something real, born from the soul, or just surface-level attraction. This experience, though confusing at times, is offering you a rare look into what your person is truly experiencing on a spiritual level. What's being confirmed here is that your person intentionally called this connection into their life. But they had no idea what they were calling in. They didn't know that meeting you would shake them to their core or that your energy would awaken something deep within their soul. That's what makes the twin flame journey so profound. It doesn't allow you to stay the same. It's meant to transform you from the inside out. It opens up your energy centers, your chakras, and forces you to heal, balance, and evolve into the most authentic version of yourself. If you've ever wondered why you feel so strongly about your masculine, this is the reason. They run toward you to feel that expansion and awakening, but then pull away when it gets too intense, because being in your energy forces them to confront themselves. It shows them areas of their life where they've not been living from the heart, where they've chosen control or fear over vulnerability and truth. The irony is that they think they're protecting you from that side of them, but deep down, you already know this part of them exists. Some of you may have even had the chance to express this understanding directly to your person, and when you did, it made them stop and think deeply. Others of you didn't have to say a word, your energy said it all. They can feel that you've seen right through them, that you've recognized the layers they try to hide behind. That's one of the defining aspects of being a divine feminine. You carry the intuitive knowing of who they are beyond their ego, beyond their fears, beyond the stories they tell themselves. Even when they tried to engage you on a surface level, you connected to their soul, not their mask. Now, their energy is coming through with the realization, I wasn't expecting this from you. You made them aware that they skipped a crucial emotional step in their connection with you. There were things left unspoken, emotions unacknowledged, and truths avoided because of how the connection unfolded. That's part of why this separation, as painful as it may be, feels necessary. It's giving them space to process everything they couldn't before. This person called in your energy before they were ready for it. That's why so much chaos and disruption followed. The energy between you two was powerful, but it wasn't yet clear. The attraction was magnetic, but the vibration they were living on didn't match the frequency of your heart. You were already resonating on a higher spiritual, emotional, and mental level, and they simply didn't have a space prepared for someone like you. Whatever filled that space before you, a person, a lifestyle, or a belief system, is now being cleared. That's the deeper spiritual purpose of this separation. They're trying to cleanse what no longer aligns, to make room for something more authentic. And they're trying to do this without dragging you through the chaos. That's why they've chosen to keep their distance, even if it hurts them too. There's also a strong message here about reality itself. Every person you meet exists within their own reality, one shaped by their level of awareness and how they perceive the world. When two people exist in completely different energetic realities, it's easy for misunderstandings to happen. Words can get lost in translation because they're being filtered through different emotional frequencies. Your person has become very aware of this difference between you two. They've realized that you live from a higher awareness, a different timeline. The way you express love, your understanding of relationships, and your expectations for emotional connection all operate from a deeper place. They sense it in the way you engage with them, in the energy you carry. And it's something that both amazes and intimidates them. That's why this time apart feels so intentional, because it is. They left your energy not to walk away from you, but to grow into someone capable of matching it. Something you said, something you showed them, or simply the way your energy spoke without words, has stayed with them. It made them realize that if they want to love you the way you deserve, they have to create a new reality for themselves, one built on honesty, emotional depth, and spiritual awareness. This separation isn't the end, it's the restructuring phase. It's where they learn what it means to truly live and love from the heart. You've inspired them to redefine what connection means. Before you, they may have believed relationships were built on attraction, attention, or control. But through you, they've been shown a love that exists beyond the physical, something soulful, something eternal. When they say, "You bring out another side of me," they mean it in the truest sense. You've awakened a part of them they didn't know existed. At first, you might have felt like this connection was just a game, maybe because of their charm, their confidence, or how easily they captured your attention. But beneath that surface-level allure was a deep resistance to emotional vulnerability. They're trying now to describe what it feels like when their energy rises from the root chakra, where physical desire lives, into the heart chakra, where love resides. And they want you to know that you've done something few people ever could, you've opened their heart. If you only knew how emotionally open they've become because of you, it would change how you interpret their actions. Even their distance now comes from emotional overwhelm, not lack of feeling. They see you as someone who triggers a transformation within them. And yes, they find you deeply, almost painfully attractive. The physical desire they feel for you has always been strong, maybe even stronger than they knew how to handle. There were moments when they didn't know how to channel that energy in a healthy way, and it might have left you questioning your own energy or wondering if you were too much. But you weren't. It was never about you being too much, it was about them not knowing how to meet you there. They're now learning that love isn't sustained by attraction alone. That passion, while powerful, isn't enough to hold a connection together. The more their energy aligns with their heart, the more they're realizing that the real connection they crave with you is emotional and spiritual, not just physical. When they say, "I always get what I want," it comes from that bold, confident side of their masculine energy. You've always been drawn to this intensity, the chemistry, the magnetic pull, the undeniable attraction. It's fiery and passionate. But beneath that boldness lies a deeper truth. You're the first thing they've ever truly wanted that they couldn't simply claim. You challenge them in ways that make them grow. You're teaching them that true connection can't be forced or controlled, it must be earned through healing, self-awareness, and emotional honesty. That's why everything feels heightened between you, the chemistry, the emotions, even the silence. It's all part of the transformation this connection is meant to bring. They didn't expect you. They didn't expect to feel this deeply, to be seen this clearly, or to be changed this profoundly. But that's the beauty of this journey, it's not about expectation, it's about evolution. You came into their life as a mirror, reflecting both their beauty and their wounds, showing them the path toward wholeness. And whether they're with you physically or not right now, your energy continues to move through them, guiding their healing, shaping their awareness, and reminding them of what love truly is, something sacred, balanced, and infinite. This reading dives deep into how your person truly feels about you, but it goes beyond surface emotions, it's tapping into the manifestation of love at a spiritual level. It's giving you a clearer view of the deeper energetic connection between you both. There seems to be a lot of curiosity surrounding the kind of energy your masculine carries and how that influences the way they perceive you. What's coming through strongly here is that your energy has been a major wake-up call for them, divine feminine. They're beginning to understand that every relationship they've experienced has simply mirrored their own state of mind. In the past, they may have judged others too quickly or formed opinions based on how things unfolded rather than what was truly taking place beneath the surface. But now, they're realizing that every person who came into their life was reflecting what they were desiring at a deep, spiritual level. Your energy, specifically, has made them confront this truth. When your paths aligned, it created a powerful clash between your worlds, one that led to misunderstandings and false starts. But it was never just chaos, it was the universe helping them see where their own understanding of love needed to evolve. When this connection hit a standstill, it wasn't about rejection, it was a turning point. The way you handled that moment is something they can't forget. You approached it with genuine curiosity rather than bitterness or ego. There's something incredibly inquisitive about your spirit. You're not afraid to ask questions, to seek clarity, and to speak up when something feels off, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. You're intentional about where you invest your energy because, for you, connection isn't just physical, it's profoundly spiritual. Even though your depth may have triggered them at first, they've come to respect you deeply because of it. You've made them self-reflect in ways no one else ever has. You've become a mirror showing them not just love, but truth. When they say things like, "I always get what I want," it's no longer coming from a place of ego or control. It's an acknowledgement of how powerful their desires are, and how, when those desires shift from the root chakra to the heart space, everything changes. Now, they're starting to realize that what they truly want isn't something superficial or fleeting. What they desire is love that's real, honest, and emotionally safe, and they feel that possibility most strongly with you. Their heart energy is evolving. The more they lean into it, the more they feel pulled toward you, divine feminine. This pull isn't based on fantasy or temptation anymore, it's coming from a purer, more grounded place within them. They're being divinely guided to approach you differently, especially through communication. Over the coming weeks, you might notice major shifts in how they reach out. Maybe they used to send short texts, but now they'll take the time to write longer, more heartfelt messages. Or if they used to rely on emails, they might begin calling or even video chatting with you, wanting to see your face as they speak. Their higher self is guiding them to show up more genuinely. To let you see them, not just hear them. I'm also hearing the word raw. Their communication might feel unfiltered or deeply emotional, because they've been holding so much back from you for so long. When it finally pours out, it may surprise you. It might even take you a little while to adjust to this new level of openness. But what's happening is that they're learning how to express what's really in their heart, and that expression will start reflecting the love they've been hiding inside. This person came into your life without realizing how deeply their heart would be touched. They thought they could keep things simple, maybe even casual, but your presence shifted everything. What they didn't expect was how strongly their emotions would surface. They couldn't keep things on a surface level with you, no matter how hard they tried. Their soul recognized something sacred in you, even before their mind could make sense of it. That's why this connection has felt so intense, unpredictable, and sometimes confusing. It's not just a relationship, it's a spiritual initiation. They've shown you glimpses of their true self, even when they didn't mean to. And though there have been misunderstandings and false starts, all of it served a purpose. It helped both of you uncover what a healthy, loving relationship truly means. Your energy has been like a divine catalyst, awakening them to a higher form of love and showing them how connection can be an act of healing rather than control. You were sent to raise their vibration, to help them see that love isn't something to possess, it's something to embody. They now recognize that the way they used to approach relationships came from old wounds, conditioning, and fear. With you, that pattern can't survive. You mirror back to them a love that's conscious, self-aware, and rooted in truth. And that realization has been both terrifying and liberating for them. It's pushing them to grow, to communicate better, and to meet you where you are, not from ego, but from heart. So if you've been feeling that they're about to reach out or that their energy is drawing closer, trust that instinct. When they come forward, you'll feel the difference immediately. Their tone, their presence, their words, everything will carry a deeper sincerity. This next chapter between you two won't look like what it did before. It's not about going back, it's about stepping into something more authentic, something that honors both of your growth. Your connection is evolving from confusion to clarity, from projection to purpose, from the root to the heart. They've learned that love isn't about power or validation, it's about reflection, awareness, and vulnerability. and they're realizing that with you, they can finally experience love in its truest form.